everyone, it's Michelle here from Door43. I'm one of the health and wellbeing practitioners, and today I'm jumping on here to talk to you about anxiety, particularly for those of you who feel heightened levels of anxiety in school, college or work. We know that this has been a really unsettling year for you guys. And that unknown, not knowing whether you're going to be in school, out of school, not knowing what school is going to look like for you when you're in it, and not knowing what the next week and the months are going to be like for you has been really, really hard. And the first thing that I want to say to those of you that are struggling being in a place like school, college or university is that it is okay to feel anxious. It is a reasonable response in a year like this that you might be feeling a bit worried. And I just want to talk to you about a few things that might help you to feel a little bit safer, a little bit more calm when you're in school. My first top tip is when you are in school, university or college is to find a safe space. Now that could be a physical space like the library or the field or a dinner hall or a classroom somewhere, or it might be that a safe space is around certain people. But make sure that you find somewhere that you feel safe to go to. So if you start to feel quite anxious in school, then in your break time, lunch times, you can go to that space and find a little bit of calm and find a little comfort either around those people or just being by yourself in a safe space. The next thing I would encourage you to have a think about is anything that you can do to help yourself feel calm when you notice that your anxiety is rising. So anxiety often shows up in our physical being. We might start to feel our heart beating faster, we might notice that we're sweating or that we're beginning to shake a little bit. When you notice these things, there are often techniques that we can employ to calm ourselves down. This is called mindfulness, and if you just give it a Google, you'll be able to find lots of things that you can do to calm yourself down in a moment of anxiety. The wonderful thing about mindfulness is that it can be a really private act. So something that we hear often about people who feel anxiety in school, college or university is how exposed they feel. And it might be that when you feel anxious in school, college or university, you think that people are watching you and judging you and making assumptions about you, and that feeds your anxiety. Your anxiety gets worse because you're so aware of the people around you. But mindfulness can be done without anybody knowing. This is something that you can do whether you're in a classroom or in a library or in the dinner hall, and no one need know that something is going on within you. It can be as simple as drinking a really cold cup of water or going and washing your hands and splashing your face. It can be as simple as looking out of the window and noticing the wind blowing in the trees or listening to the birds outside. It can be as simple as just taking some big, deep breaths in your seat. Or it can be as simple as having something in your hand that you touch, noticing how it feels in your hand, the shape, the texture, the temperature. Doing these actions will help to calm our nervous system down. It will help to slow us down so that we're able to breathe normally, to look around and recognise that where we are is actually safe for us. That in itself will stop our anxiety from becoming really, really heightened to a point that it feels overwhelming. And lastly, and this one is really important, find somebody that you can talk to about how you're feeling. So firstly, I would recommend seeking out somebody in your school, college, university or workplace that you trust. That might be a teacher, it might be an assistant, it might be a librarian, it might be the school secretary, somebody that you can trust to be able to say, I'm really struggling with anxiety when I am here. And then once they know what's going on, they can work with you to find ways to support you in your school, workplace, college or university to be able to make that space feel a lot safer for you. Unless they know that something is going on for you, they can't make adjustments and they can't make changes and they can't put in a plan to support you. So it is really, really important that you find the courage somewhere along the line to be able to speak up for yourself and to be able to reach out and get some support. This is where we might be able to help you. So at Door43, we're committed to working with young people like yourselves who are struggling with things going on with their mental and emotional health, and anxiety is one of those things we can support with. If you're finding things really overwhelming, if you're not really knowing where to go to or who to go to in school, or what to do next in order to feel better, then I would really invite you to give us a phone call. We can support you in a number of ways. First of all, we have a Wellbeing Wednesday, which is a drop-in. Anybody can phone up and talk to us just for half an hour about what is going on with you and how you're feeling and what you'd like to do about it. And then if you felt like you needed a bit more support, we could then refer you into our service and work with you over a longer period of time to try and support you into feeling better in your school, college, university or workplace. It's really important to know that you are not alone in this. You're not the only one feeling anxious about this, and that there is a lot that can be done and that you can do for yourself in order to feel a little bit better in those places. So if you're struggling, then make sure you get in touch with somebody that can support you, and that might be us. We would love to hear what is working for you. So if anxiety is something that you struggle with and are overcoming, then we would really love to hear your hints and tips as to how you manage it in your school, college, university or workplace. Maybe drop us a comment or DM us and we'll share some of your top tips with everybody else. If you have anything that you want to add into this conversation, or you would like some help and support, then please do reach out to us. We're absolutely here for you. You can either DM us via Instagram, or you can visit our website, which is www.sheffieldfutures.org.uk, where there's a ton of information about how to get in touch with us, and also information about how to seek out support from other organisations in the city and UK wide. We're really looking forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.